G'day guys, it is that around the time of year. Today we're going to be going over the ladder predictions for the 2024 AFL season. Before we get into this video, I put hard work into these graphics. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's just get straight into it. Not going to go into too much depth really, because I've got something to do after this, so I'm sorry that this is going to be low quality. But yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, 18th on the ladder, we got North Melbourne. Now, North Melbourne, I reckon they're going to do about the same as what they've been doing for the past couple of years. Just stick to the bottom of the ladder. I'm pretty sure they've basically just classified that as home. They did pull off a very, very good win against the Collingwood Magpies, 68-102 in the preseason. With the four quarters, of course, and not all the periods. But yeah, still did pre-season, in my opinion. People, all the teams are just not really ready to be playing. They're not really in their form yet. But I just don't feel like they'll be able to play up to that expectation that most people are wanting them to. Most people are predicting them to be like 16th, 15th, maybe. But yeah, I don't think they'll be able to do too good. Now, 17th is going to be the massive flop for the year. So we got Richmond Tigers. Now, the Richmond Tigers have gone through a couple of things. Tigers, they've got lots of pressure on themselves. The Tigers got lots of pressure on themselves right now. They not really going to put too much of a show on, in my opinion. I don't think they'll be able to perform up to the expectation that their fans are going to be. Most of the creators are also putting them around this area of the list. So I'm also going to put them in the area list as well, because obviously they're leaving Damien Hardwick. That's going to put a big effect onto the Richmond Tigers, and Richmond Tigers, I reckon, will just finish 17th. In 16th, I've got the Essendon Bombers. Now, the Essendon Bombers obviously getting Todd Goldstein, Ben Mackay, both are getting very, very old, and Todd Goldstein especially is getting to that point where he's about to retire. I don't even know what the point was in order to kind of get rid of players just to get old ones. Basically turning into Geelong. But yeah, I don't know about Essendon. It's either 15th or 16th for me, but I'm going to put the 16th in this position. Xavier Desmond as well is going to be a star for Essendon. That's the only upside I got for Essendon. Now, 15th, biased here. I'm not being too biased, actually. I'm bullshitting there. We got Fremantle Dockers. And the Fremantle Dockers now, they not going to do too good this season. Lockie Schultz, massive shock that he's leaving. I was shocked once he left. Fremantle fans might say they weren't, but I'm shocked, very, very much shocked. He was doing very, very well at the Dockers, and I didn't think the Dockers would want him leaving. Justin Longmire, I'm pretty sure that's his name. I don't even know the Fremantle Dockers coach name. Fuck me. Yeah, he's been put into a position where people are saying he's going to get sacked or not. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he isn't. But that's also going to put lots of pressure onto the Dockers, because if the Dockers perform bad this season, which I reckon they will, Longmuir or something, I don't know, might get sacked at the end of this season. Who knows? That'll be a big call for me. Now, 14th, I've got the West Coast Eagles. You guys think I might be biased, but no. We've got an amazing list going into this game. We got Harley Reid, Matt Flynn, Tyler Brockman, Archer Reid, Clay Hall. They're all going to play absolutely amazing footy. Oscar Allen is back in shape, ready for action. I don't know about Jack Waterman. I'm pretty sure Jack Waterman will be back this season to kick lots of more goals. Oscar Allen is going to get top 3 in the Coleman medal, I can tell you that. That's biased prediction there. But I'm telling you, West Coast Eagles, they're up on the rise right now. Getting that first pick is changed the whole team up. I'm telling you that. Harley Reid is going to perform absolutely amazing footy in the intra club. Can't wait to see what he brings in the preseason game. But yeah, now moving on to 13th. Now 13th, I got the Geelong Cats. Now, Geelong Cats, they're basically the boomers of the AFL. They got lots of old players. Just don't really think they'll be able to play up to our expectations. People are saying they're going to get back into the top 8, but I just don't really think they will. I don't think they'll be able to get back into that top 8. But Geelong, they do got a decent amount of players. Obviously with getting that Cooper Sullivan, I'm pretty sure Connor Sullivan, something. He's going to be a very, very good pick. Very, very good pick by them, and I reckon he's going to do lots of good for the Geelong Cats. Now in 12th, I've got Western Bulldogs. Western Bulldogs now. I don't know if I should put them a little higher or lower. This was basically an area where I was like, I don't know, just stick them in the middle. Western Bulldogs looking pretty good in the preseason training. I'm not going to lie. I've seen a couple of clips. They're doing very, very well. Western Bulldogs, though, don't think they'll be able to play as well up to our expectations. I reckon they're going to stay at the expectation that they were thinking of last year. Obviously, who knows, they might even get an upset loss again to the West Coast Eagles next year. Who knows? But yeah, I just don't think the Western Bulldogs will be able to perform to our expectations. They do got a good list in general. But I just don't think they'll be able to use it correctly. Now, 11th, this is a massive rise from last year. I got the Hawthorn Hawks. Now, the Hawthorn Hawks, they got amazing lists. Jack Ginnivan, Marbiot Show, Jack Gunston especially coming back to the club. This is going to be a very, very good year for the Hawthorn Hawks, and I can just tell they're going to go back into the finals in the next couple of years, maybe even next year after this 2024 AFL season. If they perform very, very well, the Hawthorn Hawks, they might be able to get into the finals. Who knows? They might get into the finals this year. They've got a good list. They've got a very, very good list, Hawthorn Hawks, and I'm actually very, very, very excited to see what the Hawthorn Hawks can bring to the table in this preseason, and I can't wait for the season in general. Hawthorn, very, very good list. That's all I can say. Very, very strong depth in that forward line as well, which is going to help them more scoring. Tyler Brockman as well with the leave, but who cares? The Hawthorn Hawks have just got an amazing trade period, and I just feel like it won't even matter that Tyler Brockman left. Alrighty, 10th, I've got the Gold Coast Suns with under new management of the new coach, Damien Hardwick. The Gold Coast Suns were on for a rise. Gold Coast Suns could get into their first finals game in their history of AFL. But what's it called? I don't think they'll be able maybe get that in the next 3 years. Don't think they'll be able to get it this year too much because it's Damien Hardwick's first year. But obviously, soon as Damien Hardwick's in that coaching scene, he is in action. Gold Coast Suns won the VFL Premiership. Pretty sure they were under coaching of Damien Hardwick, so that hit Damien Hardwick probably helped them achieve that premiership win. But yeah, Hardwick is just going to be an absolute star in general for the Gold Coast Suns. Even though he's a coach, he's going to be basically the superstar of Gold Coast Suns, the saviour of the Gold Coast Suns. Now, in 9th, just scraping out of finals, I got the Sydney Swans. Now, the Sydney Swans, they robbed the Adelaide Crows off finals last year, so in my opinion, the Sydney Swans, I don't think they didn't deserve to get into the finals last year, so I don't think they'll get into the finals this year. I really don't think so. I really just don't think so. The Sydney Swans did get a very, very good trade period, though, you got to admit, but they just didn't get too good of a draft, I'd say. They didn't get too good of a draft. Alrighty, time to move into that top 8. Now, in 8th position, I've got the team that should have been in the finals last year, the Adelaide Crows. Now, the Adelaide Crows, very, very good list. They didn't lose too much players, didn't lose too much of them either. But they've got a good list. Let's just say that all. But they got a very, very good list. Very, very good draft as well. Daniel Curtin is going to be a very, very good player for the Adelaide Crows, and just can't wait to see how he plays. Now, 7th, with a massive fall again, and we got the Melbourne Demons. Now, the Melbourne Demons have been very, very bad in the last 2 years, getting out in straight sets 2 years in a row, and soon it's about time that they get out of that finals race. And they might go out in straight sets again this year, but if they do get out in straight sets this year, next year, they're going out of finals in general. They've got removed decent, very, very good players. James Harms, James Jordan, They've also removed Brodie Grundy off their list as well, which is a very, very unfortunate for the Melbourne Demons. But they're planning to make a very, very big season. Don't think they'll be able to get the expectations. Alrighty, in 6th position, I've got the Port Adelaide Power. Now, this might be a shock to most of you. This might be a very, very big shock. Port Adelaide Power. Scott Lycett got Lycett's away. Orazio Fantasia has gone to Carlton. What else can I talk about? There's not really much else to talk about for Adelaide. They also got out in straight sets. So about soon, it's about to run out. Their luck is about to run out being in the finals. I don't think they'll probably just scrape out of finals again this year. I reckon this year is going to be one of the closest AFL seasons that I've ever witnessed. But yeah, Port Adelaide 6th. That might be a big call for you guys. That might be a big call. Who knows? Alrighty, in 5th, I got the St Kilda Saints staying around the same position as they was last year. St Kilda, I'm pretty sure they'll perform exactly like last year. They got basically the same list, except Jade Gresham is out of there. Mitch Owens is going to perform absolutely amazing footy. But what's it called? In general, I don't know. They might rise, they might fall. I've just put them in the basically the exact same position as they were last year. In 4th, we've got Brisbane Lions. Brisbane Lions are going to have a fall here. They're going to have lots of pressure on them. They did a decent trade. Jack Gunston leaving them, unfortunately. Bringing up a very, very, I don't know how good he is. How good he is. The play that the Brisbane Lions got from the Hawks. And I didn't really see any good players in their draft because they just had 2 low draft picks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Lions will perform too well. They might get back into they will probably get back to the finals, but don't think they'll be able to get back into that granny. I don't think they'll be able to perform to our expectations either. Alrighty, in 3rd place, GWS Giants. I predicted the GWS Giants to be the premiers in my early ladder predictions, but you'll see to the end to see who I reckon is going to be my premiers for 2024. GWS, very, very good list again. They got lots of potential this year. I could see the potential that they got, and they definitely will raise expectations for us. They've got very, very high expectations, and I'm pretty sure they want to fulfill those expectations in general. Now, in 2nd, Collingwood Magpies. Collingwood, very, very good list. They do got, same as I was talking about 18th, they did lose to North Melbourne by 68 to 102, which is very, very disappointing for the Collingwood Magpies. But it's pre-season, who cares? Collingwood would probably still play absolutely amazing footy in the actual home and away season. Probably go back into the grand final, maybe even win it again. Who knows? But Collingwood are going to have a very, very good season, and I have a big feeling. Now, 1st place, there is only one team left on this list, and it is the Carlton Blues. The Carlton Blues, very, very good list, although Jack Silvani is going to be out for the whole season after an injury that he got in, pretty sure it was pre-season training. But they've got very, very good players still. Charlie Curnow, he got 2 Coleman medals in a row. He will probably be the key changer for the Carlton Blues. They also did lots of good trades as well, the Carlton Blues. They also did lots of good draft picks as well. Carlton Blues are just set for a massive year. And the premiers for 2024, I put the Carlton Blues because Carlton Blues are set for an absolutely amazing year. Very, very good list again. And I just don't know what else to say. Carlton Blues, they're going to be high expectations here. High expectations for the Carlton Blues. Thank you guys for watching this. If you want to see my medal prediction, make sure you subscribe to the channel to be able to see it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.